Hey guys, it's Thaddeus here with Chainbreakers Garden. So, a few weeks ago we had talked about harvesting corn. I am getting ready to tear all that down. I'm getting ready to tear all that down because there's a lot of little green things coming up out here. Um, so, getting ready to tear this process down. So, I just wanted to pull a couple of cobs here for you and see what we got. I pulled the first cob, and man, it looks phenomenal. It's just a Let's see if I can sit it down. Now, this is field corn, so I mean it's just a phenomenal. Um, I mean that's an awesome cod. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. I mean it's just fully developed, and the chickens love it. So this is field corn. It gives me an idea of what to look for next year um, when we do sweet corn. I just wanted to make sure that our soil can handle the nitrogen. Um, the sucking up of all the nitrogen that corn takes. Remember, you guys, you're gonna plant corn next year. It's too late to do it now. Well, at least for the majority of us. Remember, if you're going to plant corn, remember it takes a ton of nitrogen. So be mindful of that when you're composting, when you're fertilizing. It's easy to grow. Corn is very easy to grow, but just remember it takes a ton of nitrogen. So I just wanted to pull a few more before I chop all this stuff down. Um, it's probably too dark to see it, but here's one right here. Remember, the tops of the tassels are all the way dry. So just I just pull it like that. Watch out for ants. Ants love corn just as much as you do. Um, because of this sugar that corn and it's in that corn. Um, They love it just as much as you do, so just mindful of that. Watch out for your worms. They sometimes sit up at the top up here. Let's see how this one looks. This one's not quite as full as the last one. Well, I mean, it's fully developed, but let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Remember, this is just field corn, so yeah, that's a nice cob. Man, that's long too. All right. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty cob. The chickens love it, and you get your. And the reason it's field corn is because it's not impossible to eat. I think if you catch it early, you can eat it. But remember, it takes a lot of cooking and a lot of boiling to do so. There it is. That's a nice. That's nice. That's not. Let's see if I get it without that horrendous light on it. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I don't know how long that is, but that's not a bad kernel, man. That's not. That's good. So I'm looking to do this next year with sweet corn. Um, we're looking to. Well, I'm looking to. I want to feed some people next year, and I'm trying to debate on if you sell the product, how much can you actually make from it, or I'm trying to imagine in my mind. I'm trying to figure out what type of produce can I give to the homeless that will not go bad all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Because so much produce shelf life is only but so long. So if I can take some sort of produce and give it to the homeless where they can have it and it can be edible for some time, that'd be awesome. But I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we're going to exactly grow that does that. And, that's just something I'm thinking about right now. Here's one. Okay. Oh, let me just say this. Hey, I'm very country, so do not go out in your garden in the middle of the night and pick produce. Okay, that's not for everybody. If you're, I grew up in the country, so this is totally normal for me. But be advised where you put your hands at, and understand that part. But other than that, just Don't be too crazy like me. But we made quite a haul this year. All right, so this one's a little not so developed. So yeah, so that was not quite as developed, not quite as large. Look, I may have had some bug issues. Maybe a worm got in there too. Yeah, it's probably not. That's not the cream of the crop, but still really good though. That's not bad. Not terrible. I mean, the chickens don't care. But yeah, so what we're trying to do is I want to feed the homeless next year in some form or fashion, either using the proceeds from what we grow to feed the homeless, or directly taking our crops from here to to the downtown area and feeding people. My wife is extreme. My wife and our church members are extremely uh, great in that, excel in that area. So they're well more versed in doing that. But I do believe that we will have the ability to do so from this garden when we expand it next year, God willing. And so either we have to go sell it at a flea market or something like that, or sell it via word of mouth. I know we gave out our first can of pickles Saturday, and that was to a family friend. So nothing like that doesn't count, but you know. All right, look at that. Yeah, that's a little baby corn. But oh, but it still looks, it's a nice little piece of corn though. It's a baby corn, but it's nice. That's awesome. Little baby corn right there. You can sit that there. Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, so hopefully we were able to feed some people next year. Um, Using either the proceeds from what we do here or directly feed them. I don't know, maybe like a salad bowl or something like that. I know salad just doesn't hold up well. Hate to get that glare in your eyes. I have a ton more here to pull. Right here, right there. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking it and pulling it from salt. This is not even really worth opening. I can feel it. And remember, when your corn comes out kind of like this, when it comes out like that, all right, looks like, something terrible. It just didn't get pollinated well. Just no pollination really occurred for you to get a good developed cob. So that just indicates to me, as I said, this was an experiment, just using chicken seed corn. And so this was an experiment. But you want to make sure your corn is always a hand apart, right? Just because, once again, corn's root system is very shallow, and it needs to brace each other. It needs to use that penguin method I think I've talked about before, as you know, with the emperor penguins in the South Pole. Everyone crowds together. They brace together for the wind, the rain, the cold, all that stuff. The same thing happens with corn. You stick them close together so they're not rocked so hard by the wind and elements. But it also helps with pollination from these tassels, like that there. And you can tell the tassel now is old and dull, and that's pretty much it. This life cycle is over. I've got quite a few more to pull. I didn't think, man, we had that many. So that's interesting. Remember, I'm just pulling them directly from the plant. But know I haven't given you guys much, haven't put much content out there because we're really just right now in a waiting period, waiting for Mother Nature to dial it back a bit so we have enough to. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's actually, I think if you catch this corn when it's early, kind of like this, and it doesn't get to this golden like super gold, you can actually eat it because I ate it. And it tasted pretty good, but once it gets to that golden right here, it's game over. Looks like I got like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got probably like 8, maybe 10, more corns to pull off. What's going on in the garden right now is not a lot, right? So Mother Nature hit, and I planted maybe 2 weeks ago. Probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Fell into the trap. Everybody else was planting. I said, man, I'm gonna plant too, and and I knew it was too hot, so but I just did it because everybody else was doing it, and so nothing made it. Nothing survived. There's a couple of collards scattered throughout, but nothing really else. Some other things did survive, but I went ahead and pulled them up because they just looked too ravaged. But what we have is well, I want you to take in mind these are just beans, pole beans, and daikon radishes, and the little green things are all clover. Okay, so that's all that's there. So none of this is really. There are a couple collards, scragglers here or there, but what I have over here is going to be purple lady bok choy. Here will be carrots. Here is a longleaf kale. I think that's Italian. I think it's a huge, big collard, kind of like a collard green, kind of. A whole row of collards. Over here is dinosaur kale and Brussels sprouts. So hopefully those take off. I can feel the nip. I looked at the forecast this for the remaining of the month. If it holds out, we never crack over, I think 92, and that should do well. That should do well. If you're in zone 9 or zone 9 and 8 and 7, what we're looking for is that break in the temperature, getting out of the hundreds. And if you can tell it right where I'm at right now, you come outside and the air just feels different at night. You can feel it. You can feel fall kind of trying to creep in the back door here, which is good. Over here are some of the same radishes. I'm probably not going to see them because it's so dark, but these are some of the same radishes that I planted, and man, they are doing phenomenal. Still daikon radishes, French pan, but they are doing fantastic. They've had some pest issues, but once when they get to this stage here, they're pretty good. They got to get to this age though, before it looks like the pests kind of take away, stop messing with them. So once they get to that age, they're doing fantastic, and they're growing really fast. I didn't expect them to grow that fast, but that's pretty much all that's going on out here tonight. So we're just pulling corn. What's coming is I think I'm going to plant. Let me see. What else am I going to plant? I don't know. I think I've pretty much shown you all these plants before. There's your longleaf kale. 1,000 head kale. Okay. Your purple lady bok choy. Okay. And all these are from Baker Seeds. Brussels sprouts. Old world collards. I think they're called Morris head collards. And the dinosaur kale. It's going to be like a purplish color. All these to be advised to be planted August, September, going into October, especially if you're in zone 9s and 8s. If you're in the zone higher, you probably should have planted already. What else I have out here? Probably not gonna be able to see it, but then Nero di Toscano. which is just a cabbage, fancy name for an Italian cabbage or something like that. And turnips, Hinda Binti. All these are from Baker Seeds as well. And spinach. I got lettuce on the inside of the house growing because I know it's still too hot to plant lettuce. Something else is growing on the inside too. Long leeks, I think what they are. It's just a big onion. Because we only have one onion that's left in the garden right now. I thought I chopped it up, but I didn't. Yep, here it is. Oh, a one long onion. Okay, but I'm not gonna hold you guys any much longer. I thank you for your time. I pray the atmosphere you're moving, that you're working, that you're growing in. I know you're growing in. It's covered by the blood of Jesus. Pray you and your family continue to be blessed and just continue to be highly favored. Nothing can go wrong when you put your feet in the ground, and I hope you guys know that. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And thanks for spending your time with me. Let's get it again some other time. Thanks, guys.